Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome again to the English class. Today we are going to learn about another skill in reading called predicting. Okay. So what is predicting? Is it an important skill in reading? Yes, actually. Okay, let's find out. Predicting is saying what you think will happen next in a text. And it requires two processes. Firstly, you gather the information from the text and you combine it with your background knowledge. Background knowledge is the information that you have got so far, the information that you store in your head that you know related to the content of the text. Okay, so you combine it with the content of the text and it becomes a prediction. Making prediction is a strategy in which readers use information from the text they are reading and their personal experiences or their background knowledge, their personal knowledge to anticipate what they are about to read. So this is a combination of information from text and your background knowledge, what you know about the text. Why making prediction is necessary? Because anticipation and prediction are key characteristics of effective reading. If you master the skill of prediction, it will make the process of reading more effective. Okay, and it also promotes the use of prior knowledge. So the knowledge that you have already stored in your head will be useful, will be applicable when you apply prediction. All right, and it also improves your ability in making inferences. Making inferences means making conclusion, temporary conclusion, right? And in fact, it is also an ongoing process that actively engages the reader and it improves retention. So what you store in your memory will be useful and will be trained because you keep on using it by prediction. How to make prediction? You can make use the available clues that are provided in the text, such as the title, the illustrations of the image, and the text features. You can also focus on the text that you are reading at the moment, and you constantly think ahead. After that, you refine, you improve, you revise, and you verify prediction as you get additional information while you continue reading. So sometimes prediction is not always straightly correct, but you need to repeat, you need to revise until you make a correct prediction, right? You should repeat again and again until you find the most suitable prediction. And these are the sentence frames that you can use to express your prediction. You can use the following examples, such as I predict that blah 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 will happen because blah blah blah. Yeah. So you should, what is it? Accompany your sentence, your prediction with evidence, the available evidence that you can show from the text or your background knowledge. Okay. Yeah. Now we will have a small exercise on making prediction. Let's try this. What event is most likely to occur next? Okay, so first you can use the title. The title is Mr. Nibbles, right? And these are the illustrations. And after that, please combine the information here, I mean the title and the illustration, with your background knowledge. So what you know about this. Okay? Yeah, this is the process. Okay, you usually do not always make prediction correct at the first place, but you need to revise, you need to refine it until you make a closer prediction. This one. What event is most likely to occur next? Mr. Nibbles is going to get caught in that mouse trap, right? Because you gather the information from the text, the title, Mr. Nibbles, and this is a mouse trap, right? And this is the cheese, and this is the mouse. Probably the mouse is going to get the cheese from the mouse trap, okay? What evidence from the text and from your own experiences support your prediction? So remember, you should gather what you know from this, from the text, and your experience or your knowledge about this situation, right? So show the evidence. What is the evidence? I believe this because the device that Mr. Nibbles encounters is a mousetrap. This is a mousetrap, right? He is attempting to remove cheese from a mousetrap. This will probably cause him to get caught by the mousetrap, right? So this is your explanation after you learn the situation, use your background knowledge, and use the available information from the text. Next, the second exercise. Ronald was running around the classroom with his shoes untied. One of the nicer boys in the class, Ezekiel, said, "Ronald, your shoe is untied." Ronald replied, "Don't talk to me." He did not like Ezekiel. Ronald then continued running and playing. As he was running around the bookshelf, he stepped on one of his shoelaces. And what will probably happen after learning the situation? Have you got prediction in your mind? Yes, this is the suggested answer. Ronald is probably going to trip over his shoelace and fall. How can it be? Yeah, you have to support your prediction with evidence. I believe this because he was warned by another character to tie his shoe based on the text, right? And this is based on your knowledge. People commonly trip over untied shoelaces, okay, informed by what you know. So because he did not tie his shoelaces, so he probably fell over the ground, okay? Yeah. Now let's have one more example. A fishing boat is returning from Arctic waters with a large haul of crab when they get caught in a big storm. So a group of fishermen were fishing and they could catch a large crab. But there was a big storm that comes their way. The boat is tossed about in the powerful waves and crashes into a large iceberg. The iceberg punctures or breaks the boat and it begins sinking. Okay, please imagine the situation. The men scramble, the men gather to inflate the life rafts. Now the question is, what event is likely to happen next? Explain your answer. Yeah, this is the suggested answer. The crew will board the life rafts and attempt to weather the storm. So probably they are able to survive because they got the life rafts and they gather themselves into the life rafts and try to survive during the weather, the heavy storm. And this is the explanation. The boat is damaged, right? Yeah. It is badly damaged. It cannot continue, so they cannot use the boat anymore. But thanks God, they are still having the life rafts. The men are inflating life rafts, and they will probably get the life rafts next. Okay? So when you make prediction, you try to imagine. Please try to imagine the situation vividly so you can understand it better, and finally you can make a good prediction based on what you know, based on the knowledge that you have got so far, and based on the information that is provided by the text. It can be a title, illustration, features, and so on. Okay, my students, this is all for today's lesson. If you still have questions, if you still have some confusion related to this skill, you can contact me. We can have further discussion. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.